What's good, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? JDaisy here with the JDaisy Gaming channel. I really need to change that, because the channel is just JDaisy. It's not JDaisy Gaming. I really need to change that intro. Also, it's too much like boogies, and I feel bad like that. Anywho, back to the Sunday podcast. This is how I plan the podcast on going every week. It's just me kind of rambling. Anywho, I am recording this on June the 23rd to timestamp this, so this is Friday of the week that this will be coming out. So hopefully nothing happens in the next 2 days. I apologize. Normally I film or record this on Sunday, so it's as accurate as possible. But unfortunately, I am going home this weekend for a family get-together. Not unfortunately, but so I will be unable to record this weekend. Next week should be fine. All the videos are ready for that. Anywho, the video footage you're seeing in the background should be all the negative reviews from Grand Theft Auto 5. The community really banded together and made a big stink over what's going on with all the mods. It's really nice to see the community actually come together. Trying to dabble back into Grand Theft Auto 5 really made me realize how toxic that community still is. I mean, if you're in there, I do apologize, but if you're in there for more than 5 seconds, you can realize just how player killy and there's just no warrant to what happens in those servers. They say that the modding was supposed to relieve that, take away this toxicity in the community, but it's like, it's just people with rockets and guns and nothing better to do. Like, literally, I got killed in the one thing just repetitively, and it's like, why are you doing this? I'm just trying to play the game. They're like, oh, I'm bored. You couldn't go outside and play with a stick? You have to sit here and ruin my day? It just, but yeah, it's good to see the community be able to band together and do something about it. This week I did want to briefly touch on something that's going on with the channel. Google AdSense is the ones that pay out for your monetization. If you monetize on YouTube videos, they're the ones that write the check and send it to you. It's who monitors your ads and stuff. And right now I'm going through some trouble with them. They're saying that my channel, I've gotten 2 different reports from them, and I won't go into too much details. But one of the reports says that I'm clicking my own ads, and something about me is I don't watch my own content after I'm done editing it. I have a really hard time listening to my own voice because it's just, I don't know. Some people can stand their voice. It's like listening on an answering machine. I've never been able to listen to my own voice for extended periods of time. So clicking on my own ads would be a whole nother thing that I don't do. So I contacted them, and they have yet to get back to me. So right now all my videos are demonetized and unable to be monetized. It's only a 30-day suspension, but it's still, I don't like having a negative partnership with them. I like, trying to keep as open and as mutual friendship with YouTube as physically possible, and Google ultimately. So if you're watching this, I do apologize. I don't know what's going on or what happened to make that an issue. I'm not aware of anything that I or my company, ultimately me, have done to break any of YouTube's rules or guidelines. I really hope it gets resolved quick, because I don't like being on the negative end of this. I like this, we won't call it career, this hobby a lot, and I really don't want it to be influenced by a misunderstanding. But like I said, it is only a 30-day trial, or 30-day suspension. So at the end of the 30 days, you get another review, and hopefully by then whatever is causing this is mopped up, or however you want to word it. So that does lead me to why I brought this up. The description of all videos until this is resolved, I will be pointing out that I have a Patreon. Since I am not monetizing, if you would like to support the channel, please see the Patreon. I just put some work into it so it's actually presentable, because I haven't been using it because no one's asked for it. I've just had it just in case. But now that, I wasn't making any money off Google, just to give you kind of a peek behind the curtain, no money was being made off Google yet. I haven't really had the traffic, you could say, to warrant the kind of pay. You have to get to a certain level before they pay out, and I haven't reached that level, which is fine. Like, I've said this in almost every video, it seems. I'm not in this for the money. I'm in this for, the community and kind of the therapy for me as well. But it's kind of nice to, you know, make a little money back, because as everyone knows that plays it, and that I ultimately is probably watching the channel, video games are expensive. You know, I just dropped the Steam summer sales going on right now. Steam summer sale. Plug for Steam. I would gladly sell out for Steam. Just dropped, you know, $50 there to pick up some games that I really have had on my radar but haven't wanted to pay full price for. I bought, everyone can get mad at me in the comments, I bought Shadow of War, Mordor, pre-ordered that because I'm really excited for that. That was like the only game at E3 I really gave a shit about. I love the first one. I'm so excited for the second one, to expand on that. So I mean, you know, I bought Super Hot VR the other day. There's $25. That video will be hopefully coming this week. That's a really fun game. You know, video games are expensive, let alone owning a PC like I do. You know, my fucking antivirus came up the other day, so I had to, you know, there's $60. It's just kind of nice to get compensated every once in a while for that, and not that. Let me get this. Let me make sure this doesn't get twisted. Do not feel like you have to go to Patreon. I'm just being transparent with you guys, letting you know that all my videos from now on will not have ads. If you see an ad, it is not by my request. Just, that's what I wanted to get out of this. Then I got on a ramble about Patreon. But yeah, so if you see any ads on my video, they are not by me. They are not warranted. They is Google doing their own thing. And even if this gets resolved, I might kind of keep it that way. I think that might create a better user experience, but I might not as well. Just, I haven't really thought it out right now. I just want to get this resolved. I really, really just want to get this resolved. I don't like the negative point with YouTube. I really, really don't. Another point, in 2 weeks I will be going, especially this week will be for the next 2 weeks I am slam packed at work. But then a week after, I have the entire week off. Unfortunately, it will not be recording. It will be in Austin, Texas, at RTX, and I am super excited. I'm going with one of my best friends from high school. We're going to go explore the city. We have tickets to go see Neebs Gaming. I'm going to link them in the comments box, and I really hope they see this. Hi, Neebs. I'm the one that contacted you about free dinner, and yes, I am very serious about that. Neebs Gaming is one of, if you don't know, they are on my page list there. They are one of the groups that I followed forever until I started doing this, and they are the reasons I'm doing this as a hobby. They do some of the best animation work you can. They're really funny guys. They put out very funny content. As entertainers, they are great, and as people, I've watched them and seen enough of the kind of their stuff to really feel like they're just great people. I reached out to Neebs and said, hey, if you guys are, you know, in Austin and we are both, you know, don't know what's going on in the city, I'd love to get you guys dinner. And if you guys are watching, I am very honored to gladly treat you to dinner in Austin, Texas, home of barbecue. I think that would be a great experience for me and them. But if not, that's fine. Sam and I will find plenty of other stuff. So that week will not probably have any content. If I can get something recorded and kind of ready to go, I might be able to get one video out during that. It probably means that there won't be a Sunday podcast. I plan on trying to make up for that. I'll try and take maybe some video while I'm there, maybe get some pictures. But Neebs Gaming is also who I'm going to be seeing at the autograph session, so that'll be really exciting. God, those autograph sessions went fast. If you buy a weekend pass, you got one autograph session that you had to redeem at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, which isn't a big deal. I was working, but luckily I was on a route that I could stop long enough to do this. And it took me 10 minutes to actually find the link to get to where I need to go because it wasn't really set up well. And then once I got there, so they went on sale at 10, and then like I said, by the time I got to 10:10, probably 50% of them are sold out. And by the time I was searching through, finding the session I wanted and clicking on it, probably 70% of them were sold out. And then I took my best friend's code and went to redeem them for him. And by the time I was trying to use his, this was later in the evening, so probably 4 or 5 hours later, there was maybe 4 or 5 sessions still available. Luckily, we both got in to go see Neebs, so we will be gladly being and seeing them. There'll be regular updates on my Twitter and maybe Instagram. Instagram and I are in a kerfuffle right now. During that week, so please check out their links are on the page. the reason I say Instagram and I are on a kerfuffle is through the course of YouTube's and Googling the other day, I wound up Googling my own, the JDaisy, and popped up as an actual picture of myself. And if you haven't noticed, I haven't done any face cam or something. I'm nothing special to look at. So I've never felt a need or a enhancement to the channel to do that. But if you search hard enough, you can find it, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. I mean, there's nothing overly wrong with it. I'm so minor in the world that it's not going to affect me at all. But it's still annoying. I think, and Neebs, if you're watching, you can probably contest to this, that having your face out there is a level of, you got to be aware that you're losing that level of privacy. You just kind of got to accept that. So, hey, it appears I'm running out of footage from the GTA negative reviews. I'll cycle over to GTA footage after this ends, so I have something going on. I watch the footage while I'm talking. But yeah, having your face out there is a level of privacy you just kind of lose, you know. It's one thing to have your voice out there, have your name out there. I use my own name. My name is Justin Daisy. But there's a few of us in the world. There's not many, but there's a few. And a few people have asked, you know, why that? That's so... It really does. I've noticed, too, that for me, it rolls off the tongue. But some people have said that, you know, JDaisy is different than Markiplier, or a Neebs, or a Doralius, or a H3H. It's just a screen handle I got. When I first was on Xbox 360, I don't even remember what that name was, and I was like, God, you know, when you first got an Xbox 360, you were just given a name. It just randomly generated you a name. I had a friend, his name was Guild Hunter. So it just randomly gave you a name, and you got one change. You were allowed to change it one time for free. And I was, you know, young, probably, how old was I? Probably 16, 14, 15, something like that, when I had the Xbox 360 up and running. You know, young and dumb, just went with something simple. First initial, last name. And a lot of people, when I was, not to get there's an episode I want to do about my whole backstory coming up, but not to dive too heavy into it, but my last name was a big thing of ridicule in middle school for multiple reasons. Not just the fact that daisies are small, and when you're a teenage boy, you don't want to be a daisy, but a whole bunch of other reasons that we'll get into in a different video. But it was a thing of ridicule and a thing of, you know, being made fun of. So me being me, what do I do when I get made fun of for something? I push 10 times harder on it and say, fuck it, if you're going to make fun of me for this, I'm going to make sure you really make fun of me. That's always kind of been my MO to dealing with, you know, stuff like at work. My shorts are slightly longer than shorts probably should. They go to about my knee, if not a little bit longer. And people made fun of me. So what did I do? I bought 4 more pairs and wore them every single fucking day in the summer now. You know, it's just who I am, to embrace the thing that I got made fun of for. So JDaisy was born, and JDaisy is just what I go with. And, you know, when I created the channel, I'm not a very overly creative person right off the cuff, and when I created the channel, it was one night where I knew if I didn't do it right now, I would never do it. I'd thought about it for months and just said, screw it, I need to just do it. Kind of rolled off the tongue there. So when I created the Gmail account first, the email account which is JDaisyGaming@gmail.com. Feel free to hit me up there. I just, you know, went with what was familiar, what was easy. JDaisy Gaming, perfect. And you know, that's the name for all my Uplay and my Origin and my Steam, and now that knowledge is out there, which is fine. I really don't care. I don't have a big enough influence in the world for you know, to wake up tomorrow and there's a million friend requests on my Steam or Uplay or Origin. If anything, fucking Steam games, oh my god, they're on sale right now. Steam sales are hard for me because I just like having them all. Like everyone, I like a big library. I think I'm at 508 right now. Yeah, that's a lot. And like I said, I've said this before, the goal of the channel is to get through all of them and have every single one of them have a review on the channel. And I think personal records, I think we're on video 72 reviewed in the review series, maybe. That might be a little high. So that is barely a dent and 508, and a few of those are movies as well. But yeah, that's kind of the goal of the channel. What was the point of this podcast? I think it was just Google AdSense and the GTA mods. Was there anything else going on? No. I'm kind of glancing at my calendar. I really don't take notes for these. Is there anything else going on in the gaming world? I mean, it's being dominated by just the fact that, Open Forge and the monetize. The gaming culture right now is very monetization heavy, between Bethesda trying to bring back paid mods, and them releasing the VR stuff at almost full price. I did see Doom VR VFR is at $30, so good for them. And now Rockstar, they say the Rockstar put out a press release saying, hey, we are just following what Take-Two said pretty much. But we stand by it, and we don't want to affect the single player thing, which is, I know Rockstar is just getting caught in the crossfire here, and I feel really bad for them. But at the same time, they're defending it. But it's a matter of the program itself, Open 4, does not affect multiplayer. You have to manipulate it to get to multiplayer. It is mainly a single player thing that will take the assets from multiplayer and let you do it in single player, like what Rockstar should let you do, what they originally let you do. And then their president said, we are under monetizing our game, we will now over monetize it. And so it was born that it will just be dominated by money, money, money. And I think that's kind of the gaming culture right now. I've seen a few articles starting to pop up of whether $60 is the fair price for games anymore. And, I've given it a little thought. And $60 is a lot of money. If you're of a lower socioeconomic status, like I was, and still am to this day, don't get me wrong, $60 is a lot, especially for free time. That's, hypothetically, let's say you go out to dinner and you spend $10 on a meal with friends. That's 6 of those that you've lost out on to play video games. And I know that's kind of a weird way to look at it, but both would be qualified on my budgeting scale as entertainment. Going out to a dinner and a movie is entertainment for the night. Playing a video game is an entertainment. So therefore, if you filed those both under entertainment, $60 is a lot of money. That's why I know some people say it's very dangerous to put all your eggs in one basket, like what I'm getting at here in a sec. But I'm a big proponent of Steam. I really am. I really like them. I know that some people don't like them because now you're only relying on one person, and they can influx the market, and they can change things. And I get that. I 100% get that. And I do use I use Humble Bundle a lot. I've bought a few things on Green Man Gaming. They're kind of more of an older scene, which is fine. Humble Bundle, I'm a big proponent of them. I really, really am. That's where a good chunk of my Steam library has come from. A big dream of mine for the channel would be to partner with them, but I think they require a more expansive touch than what I have, which is fine. I totally understand that. I'm starting to reach out to more sponsors, and the more I do that, the more I realize they want a bigger channel, which is fine. We're growing at a very steady pace. A space I never, ever thought would happen. I've been kind of taking a more aggressive marketing stance, which is what's affecting it. Anywho, back to the games, $60 games. It's a lot of money. I don't remember what else I was saying, but it's a lot of money. And these companies saying they're under monetizing their products, microtransactions are arguably one of the worst things that's ever happened to video games. And it's just a matter of whether you're okay with that or not. Yeah, I think I should probably end this video. I've rambled on enough. But that's what these podcasts are for. It's me rambling in the field of daisies. The video of why my backstory and everything is coming, I promise. Hopefully there should be regular content this week. Iced is getting a review. No, Iced got a review last week. What is on the docket this week? Super Hot is on the docket this week. And I forget. Hold on. That looks like a picture of Colder Waters. That was supposed to come out this week. I'm pushing it back to next week because we had 3 videos come out because I did that impromptu live stream of No Man's Sky, which did really, really well. I was really happy about that. We'll have to do more impromptu live streams like that of kind of revisiting old games or maybe reviewing other games. I think it did really well with older games and stuff like that. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, comment box is always open. Also, hit me on any of the social medias. Check out the Patreon if you can. If not, content will still keep coming, man. That's why I'm a mailman. We make a living. I was gonna say good living, but that's a story for another day, man. As always, side note, hi to Neebs Gaming. If you guys watched, I will try and tag you in this. But as always, we are all in this together. See you in the next one.